Beauty for a cause. That will be our topic for today because beauty is intersectional and part of it is having a heart to help other people. That is what we were going to cover today. Welcome to our Chris and Jill live chat. If you have not subscribed or joined the group, please click and do so by clicking the link that we have. But once again, the Chris and Jill live chat has a vision to build a world class digital world global space where mentors and coaches share learnings, education, and programs to enrich the knowledge, skills, and mindset of entrepreneurs from all around the globe. The mission is to educate, empower, engage the global community of entrepreneurs and build an inspired generation of thought leaders, influencers, and dream builders, and also to create and support the network of digital of present and future entrepreneurs. Again, I'm Christopher Wycoco, 2022 Business Person of the Year on Texas LRGB or Lower Rio Grande Valley because I was able to build a six-figure revenue in less than a year in my virtual accounting and tax planning company. If you want to know how I did it from being a full-time employee to become a full-time entrepreneur, please follow me on my YouTube channel, Chris Wycoco, and I'm giving you tips as an immigrant, as a business owner, anything about taxations and running small businesses. I do cover everything. All you have to do is click share and subscribe to my channel. But talking about beauty, this won't be possible without my ever-loving co-host. I would see you soon. She is a serial entrepreneur, community leader, and business coach. She has a great passion for writing, entrepreneurship, social media management, personality development, and public speaking. She's a licensed occupational therapist and runs her own company, Excellence Therapy Solutions in Dallas, Texas. She also co-founded the fashion line Jil Jug Couture. Then she is our current chair of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. In 2019, she received an Outstanding Occupational Therapy Award, a National Therapy Service. She was the former editor-in-chief of the Asian Beat newspaper. She enjoys traveling, photography, and writing, but most importantly, helping other people to succeed in life. So let us all welcome, with your cup of coffee, no other than Miss Jil Lasaca. Good morning.
Good morning, Rise and Shine, Chris, and Rise and Shine, Dallas, Fort Worth, and all to our viewers all over the world. Chris, I'm very excited. This is a great day as we're going to talk about beauty and purpose. But I want to take this moment to send our prayers to the families involved in the Uvalde shooting in Texas, and our hearts goes out to the lives that were lost and to the families, and we hope to continue to pray for them.
Yes, we are really sorry for this incident. We are actually 5 hours away. Prayers
Mhm.
to the family and to
Yes,
our angels in heaven, to all the
yes.
victims.
Yeah. So today, we want to talk about the Santacruzan concept. So may we ask Ricardo to showcase the concept of the Santacruzan. So growing up, Chris, the Santacruzan is really a procession of the most beautiful and most exciting women from the community and society, and they get paraded with outstanding designs and the works of outstanding designers showcasing the Filipiniana. And so we're very excited this year, Chris, along with Jill and Jug and the White Cocoa Tax, and then the Joyful Life, Salad Master, and then the Jojo Bragaes as the major sponsors. We're excited to bring the Santa Cruzan concept to the North Texas. And we're very excited also that we're going to have a very special guest who will share with us her life story as the Reyna Elena for this year.
Yes, that because Santa Cruzan is a tradition beauty, of beauty. It's a tradition of our culture. But most importantly, this is with the cause of helping kids, those
Yes.
unfortunate kids, enable for them to, as much as possible, to provide financially and able to help them to grow and to be the best person they can be. But with that being said, I'm so excited to bring our guest. She is a graduate of Wake Forest University School of Medicine, North Carolina, in 2009. She made a career that is incredibly fulfilling that allows her to be a service for thousands of sick patients across the state of Texas as certified registered nurse anesthesiologist. Yes, if I'm an operating room nurse, she's a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist, so we work in the same room. A true-blooded Ilongga, she hails from Iloilo City, the land of Dinagyang Festival and Beauty Pageantry. She attained her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing in the degree from St. Paul University and Master's in Public Health in the University of Philippines, Diliman. She then proceeded to open her own review center called MYG, Power Speech Center, to train local nursing graduates to master vocal voice and successfully pass the TWE or Test of Written English, TOEFL Test of English as a Foreign Language, and TSE Test of Spoken English, where she successfully achieved a rare perfect score on the exam. She traveled all over the Philippines as a nursing board exam reviewer for years before finally deciding to move to the USA and attain her master's degree in anesthesiology. She's always been a prolific writer, speaker, and lecturer since the age of 12. She was the literary editor of the University of the Philippines in the Visayas School paper, The Kasanag or The Light. Yvonne was exposed to the stage at a very young age and had an extensive experience as Ilo City's debater, orator. Okay, I don't want to argue with her. Theater arts performer, dancer, stage actress, stage director, and scriptwriter, among others. Yvonne's advocacy is dedicated to each individual, commitment to the persistent and continuing development of knowledge, behavior, and skills that people experience after formal education and throughout the rest of their lives. She hopes that through the Santacruzan charity event, her voice and advocacy will echo in the hearts of every individual across the globe so that they may reach their fullest personal and intellectual potential. Let us all welcome Miss Yvonne Yngson Gochangco. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Yvonne.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Chris.
You're
Jill,
welcome. You're such a beauty.
Yes,
thank you.
Yvonne, I'm very excited that you have taken this big responsibility as the Reyna Elena for the Santacruzan in North Texas. Now, tell us a little bit of your life experiences in Iloilo. You know, I love Ilonggos and I love Iloilo. I've been there.
Well, Miss Jill, talking about myself is a very good opportunity for me so that I can also reach the people and explain to them what I have been during my younger days. On top of what Chris has already extensively talked about me, during my younger days, I had my formal training and education as element in my elementary years at the Assumption Convent. So literally nuns had raised me. In my high school years, I was very active as a student body leader in the University of the Philippines in the Visayas. As Chris had mentioned, I was exposed on stage at a very young age, and I was also a very active student leader. Then in my college years, I went to St. Paul University. Again, it was run by nuns, and I found my passion in helping humanity and in extending my services to the sick and the underprivileged. During my high school and college years, I became successful as a lecturer and a speaker, and it just happened instantly because people would just invite me to talk about topics in different schools and different universities. One of the biggest role I would probably say that I took upon when I was right around 16 years old was when I became the president of the Philippine Nursing Students Association in Region 6. And those nurses who know me in my region can still recall all the events that I actually participated in during my college years and spearheaded in order to get the community of nurses. We had 6 universities in Iloilo City alone in our region. And we would come together to play sports and network with each other and get to meet each other not only in the hospital setting but also in the community. Part of, and Chris knows this, part of your training to become a Bachelor of Arts in Nursing graduate is that you immerse yourself in the community and in different barangays and meet the families of children at the
Yes.
same time and
Mhm.
empower these parents on how to take care of their own health. So we did a lot of maternity nursing. We did
Mhm.
um, go
Community
to
planning, family
underserved
planning.
barangays.
Yes.
Yes, and that is part of our education.
Right.
I really enjoyed these years of growing up and being in school.
That's really true, Yvonne, and that is the first thing I saw what beauty means because when we were doing this community nursing, Jill, you were exposed like 3 to 6 months. You go there like 8 in the morning with all with the bus. They drop us off like
Yes.
30 miles from our city.
Right.
Then what's going to happen? You have to walk house by house. You have your blood
Yes.
pressure, you have your thermometer, you have these things.
Yeah.
But in return, we're not asking for anything. We're just getting the census.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
it really, I vividly remember, they always give you something, either vegetable in their garden, the fruits, even chicken, a live chicken
Yes.
for us to take care. Those are just so very natural and raw
Yes.
Yeah.
gesture of beauty.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. And
it's
Chris,
something unforgettable.
yes, do you remember that in order to pass your BSN, you have to have at least 20 deliveries? Like you have to personally deliver these babies. Yes. And we work with helots, in the traditional setting. And these were really very empowering times. And I would also say these were moments that really struck me as a person because with these experiences that I had, it made me become more open to the world that I have a role to play. I have to be part of something bigger or greater than myself. And that is to reach out to the community and give back whatever I have in terms of time, of service. It doesn't always have to be monetary, although monetary
Yes.
is actually the easiest. But spending time with these people and making them feel that they are important members of the society and empowering them with knowledge and information is so self-fulfilling, Chris, that when the time came that it is time for me to give back, I really grabbed onto the opportunity.
That.
Wonderful. You know,
Mhm.
our life experiences, how we grow up, the values that we learn over our span of growing up really prepares us for great moments like this. And I'm so excited because Yvonne has really stepped out as the Reina Elena. And as we all know, the Reina Elena plays a very important role in, bringing the community together and being a great representation for the women across the walks of life. And Yvonne, take us some of the things that you have done so far in inspiring the women of the Santa Cruzan.
So, Miss Jill, this journey, which I am sad to say too, will culminate very soon already in our June 5th event, has been very empowering. And the joy in meeting these 30 plus beautiful women during our rehearsals, during our conversations in the chat room has been very enlightening as well. So this journey has already empowered all of us. We lift each other up and we take the opportunity to learn from one another. The times where we do our pasarela, the fashion show practice, the rehearsals, is
Yes,
a
I
lot
saw.
of fun and very exciting indeed. And so far, I am very, very proud to say that a lot of these women have their own gifts, have their own talents, have their own beauty. Not only that, have their own niches. They can come to the table and share. We have women who have, so to say, been victims also of abuse. We have women who represent financial stability and would like to share that. We have women, we all come from different walks of life and different colors and different ages. But one thing in common that all these Santa Cruzan queens have and come to the table is our desire, our passion to be part of a charity cause
Mhm.
that is to contribute to the social welfare program called Bantay Bata. Jill, Chris, if you have just seen the videos and the stories of these disadvantaged children in the Philippines, and even how Bantay Bata actually came about, which is actually a hotline 163 that families and neighbors and even victims themselves can reach out and ask for help, it is just very, very heart wrenching.
Yeah,
So
Bantay
to be
Bata
part,
is the
yes, so to be
Bantay Bata
part
is
and
more
be
like an English in other for those who does not this is a Tagalog word. It's like
yes.
guard the children.
Yes.
Yes, that is true, Chris. So, what we are doing here, the 30 plus queens, is not just to parade ourselves in our fashion show, in our gowns, but also the focal point of our mission and our passion here is to be able to give back to the community and to be able to support the social welfare program of abused children. And in line with this, of course, it is very much in times with what is going on. You can see that children are always the most helpless. Children are always easy targets as victims. Why? Because they cannot fight back.
Yes.
Hmm.
They do not have the ability that us adults have, wherein we have enough experience and we have enough resources to speak out. Most of these abused children, Chris and Jill, it is just so sad. They are found really malnourished, or some of
Right.
them are beaten, and some of them just even dead after they
And
are
that,
being
yeah.
rescued.
And this is the most important thing about empowering all these queens, beauty queens in the Santacruzan, is that they have understood and the significance of their voice and their influence. And Chris, at the end of the day, I think it's how we convert our platform, our influence in the community, and raise money and resources, and volunteer our time that will really make a huge impact in this community, Chris.
Yeah, I used to live in a far in the slum area in Manila,
Mm.
Santa Cruz, Manila, where my mom and my dad used to work in San Lazaro Hospital. San Lazaro Hospital is one of the community disease center uh, in Manila. Then just to give them a little visual for what we're working and what we're serving this for are those kids. Whenever we wake up, like 7:30 in the morning, we walk and pass by with the kids with their parents on this by the street. They were just using piece of cloth or even plastic bag to cover their body, and that's the time that you would see the poverty in front of your eyes. And I was just like 5 years old by then, because these are the people that they have no means to really provide for the living. Then they will wake up and just pack their piece of plastic, and they will go from one public transportation to another, either to ask for money or even just clean the shoes. They go from one jeepney to another. This is a public transportation. Then some of them will end up as pickpocketers because they
Yeah.
don't have, it's a chance of survival.
Yes,
And this is like what we are trying to accomplish. If we cannot solve 100%, we can start on something and then continue through this platform like Santacruzan, where we showcase the beauty of women, not more than skin deep. Then
yes,
that's the part that we can have value, and I think that's the essence of our lives, is to help more and give more to others.
Right.
yes.
So, and I think this is such a very powerful platform, not only to empower them, but really use their voice. At the end of the day, I have seen how there's women throughout our projects and activities throughout the Santa Cruz and rehearsals and events, that they have really stepped forward and have become leaders. And Yvonne has led the way as well. And Yvonne, share us one of those things that really inspired you to give more to the community with this project.
I truly believed, I truly believe in the saying that a human being needs to be part of a cause greater than himself or herself in order to achieve that sense, that feeling of sense of accomplishment and a sense of fulfillment in life. Joining the Santacruzan really has empowered a lot of us women in order to be heard and in order for our voice to reach every corner of the community. This program, this Santa Cruzan event, has really paved the way into realizing that there is more to simple beauty. We can use our platform and our advocacies and what we believe in and in our personal philosophies in order to spread the word and create a sense of awareness in our surrounding. And one of the things, Miss Jill, that really made me happy when I was offered the position of being Reyna Elena was the fact that I will be able to speak out and voice out. And actually, in line with the Santa Cruzan program,
Mhm.
the tradition, this tradition that we have in the Philippines, that also bridges the gap for our community and our predecessors and focus on our heritage and our culture as we use our beauty and as we use our voice is the fact that first, second, and third generation Filipinos can come and enjoy the festivities on the day that we are going to celebrate the event. They
Yes,
can come, yes,
yes, you know,
and
Chris, what's also very important about this Santa Cruzan is um, the festival in the morning of that June 5th, because I believe that we are the next generations and we are going to be the new leaders, and we need to step up and providing this cultural event where people can, the young generations can appreciate the culture. You know, culture can be such a powerful way that we can bring back the pride that we have with our heritage and understanding our history and coming together and really celebrate the
yes,
uniqueness.
I
And
believe that
go ahead.
yes, I believe that it is our duty as first generation Filipinos to pave the way to the second and third generation Filipinos who have been born and raised possibly here in the US to see their roots, to see where they came from and appreciate their heritage and their culture, Jill.
And what's exciting is we're gonna have Filipino food, Chris.
Oh, me,
Make it
me and Yvonne,
fun.
we were just talking a while ago. Santa Cruzan was the best time it happened on May, where so many festivals are happening. You don't
Yes,
have to worry about whether what are you going to eat tomorrow. What you're going to worry is how many food you're going to eat tomorrow, because every house they have their own food. But
yes,
and also just for those of you that this is the first time they heard about Santa Cruzan in the Philippines, people, the queens, they don't walk in a roof or like in an inside the event center. They walk in the street.
yes.
No, they will walk for I don't know how many, but they walk a lot, right? With all these things, and then together with the music. But now that's what I'm saying. It's something. It's a happy place. It's a happy place for us to to really bring here in Dallas
Yes.
or in the US in general, and most importantly, it's have something that we have an advocacy to help others to give back
Yes.
to the Philippines. Then for those others that are listening, I would like to say good morning. We have greetings from Zarina, from JD, and also to Macy. Good morning, guys, for tuning in on our show. What does Reina Elena means for those people that are not aware?
Are you asking me, Chris?
Yeah, what does Reina Elena? Is this the final walk, the first walk, or this is
Actually,
the host?
yes, actually, the Reina Elena is actually the one who wears the most ostentatious gown, and
Mm-hmm.
she is the last one in the entire procession. So let me give you a little bit of background of the Santa Cruzan. The Santa Cruzan in the Philippines, which actually reminds me of my dear years in my childhood, and also being a former Reina Elena myself during my younger days. So the Reina Elena is actually the mother of King Constantine in the
Mm-hmm.
actual sense during the early times. So King Constantine, as we all know, was the very first Roman emperor of Constantinople. So his mother, Queen Helena, Helena, Lena, was the one who found the Holy Cross.
Mm-hmm.
She searched for the Holy Cross, which was believed to be where Jesus Christ had actually died. Queen Helena was a leader, a true believer in Catholicism.
Yes.
So in this parade in the Philippines, Santa Cruzan, as far as I can recall, when I was a Reina Elena a long time ago, this was celebrated at the last day of May, which is Flores de Mayo. It is the culmination of all the activities because May, Chris and Jill, in the Philippines, as you all recall, is the month of flowers where we have all
Yes.
the beautiful
Yeah.
blooms in the Philippines. So the last day of May is the most exciting. Actually, in our actual tradition, we do not reveal who the Reina Elena is until the day of. So
Right.
people are actually surprised when they see, oh my God, this is our Reina Elena. So all the other Reinas, Reina Faye, who symbolizes faith, Reina Charity, who symbolizes giving, and the Queen of Hope, who symbolizes hope, of course, are only one among the many
Yes.
queens who
Mhm.
will actually do the actual parade.
Mhm.
So the
And
last one to come out and is the most important actually figure in this celebration where all processions lead to the church is the coming out of the queen, Reina Helena or
yes.
Reina Elena in our
Yes, and
um,
Yvonne, with this, because in America, we wanna use our culture as a way to invite people to have a deeper understanding. So we want to make sure that this is a platform where people from all walks of life can really appreciate the Philippine culture. And the important thing too is remember May and June are very important month. This you see some of the most powerful and beautiful festivals, but the Santa Cruzan stands out and is
yes.
the
Yes.
mother of all festival. And I remember growing up, it was always a day to look forward to because you see some of the brightest and the most beautiful women in the town.
Yes.
They
Yes. And
are
then,
paraded. Hmm.
yeah, fun fact that I did my Google right now. Santa Cruz is started talking about multitasking. For fun fact, guys, Santa Cruzan first started in Malolos, Bulacan. It's somewhere in northern
Yeah.
Philippines on 1867.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yes, and also that because we are 1521, we are invaded by, or the Spanish came to the Philippines, so that's why 80% or more we are traditionally Roman Catholic. It
Mhm.
has tied up with this tradition that carries year every year. Now, for this event, I know Jill was co-founded the Jil and Jug Couture.
Yes.
What is your inspiration, or why of all the festivals in the Philippines, why this?
Yes, Chris. This year, the Jill and Jug is the major sponsor alongside with the Joyful Life of Araceli Balais. We want to use as a fashion line. We want to use our clothing as a way to empower women, and we're very fortunate that our designer, her name is Jugger Onate. She's based in London, and she is in full production mode today, so she's not able to come on board. But representing her, we want to use the clothing, the fabric, the illustrations as a way to empower women because we believe it's an expression of our culture. In India, in Pakistan, in Turkey, and Thailand, these countries have used the textile industry
Mm-hmm.
to bring that industry, the fashion industry, as a major source of income for the country. And with me as a business owner, we want to use fashion as a way to bring people together and appreciate the beauty of women, the beauty of the fabric, and really a celebration of what is great and what is good, and combining culture and beauty. And the we wanna use the Santacruzan concept as a way to unify the women and use their voice and influence for a very important project, which is the Bantay Bata. And
And
so, with Jogger's work, and her travel and her inspiration in dressing some of the most powerful women in the Middle East and in Europe, she has drawn a lot of inspiration. So, all our guests will have the opportunity to see the works, the great talents, and the great details of our designer, Jugger Anyate. And the Reyna Elena will be some of the most amazing designs that you will ever see for the Santa Cruzan this year. And we're excited about that, Chris.
Yvonne and Jill, remember we had the dry run with Miss Jugger last
Yeah.
Sunday, talking
Yes.
about the materials. One thing that I found out that what she was using is the pineapple fiber.
Oh, yes.
Just a fun. That's something that's very interesting, guys. You can made it. This is from trash to treasure that
Yes.
outfit, right? And
Yes.
also, we Philippines is one of the biggest producers of pineapples. I don't
Mhm.
know
Yes.
which part, but you said it Bukidnon, which is the central part of the Philippines. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So pineapple is widely grown in the city of Bukidnon and Davao, actually. So Del
Mm-hmm.
Monte, and there's another company that's a great producer. So they have used the leaves and make out of this the fabric. So again, Chris, India is known for their sari and for their textile, and the Thailand is also known for their silk.
Yes. Five
We as
silk.
a company, the Jill and Jug, wants to bring that Filipino fabric to
Yes.
speak of our heritage, to speak of our culture, and we want to champion that. And we're very grateful for all the support of the 30 women who will be wearing that collection.
Right. And
Yes.
also like Yvonne, Jill, well, JD commented that she didn't know that pineapple fabric can be used as a design. But I said, we don't lack resources. What we lack
Yeah.
is resourcefulness. So it brought me back when, do you guys remember when we were in elementary, your art teacher, you were given an image, and then for like a bird or an owl, and then for today you have to use eggshells,
Yes.
Yes.
and then that eggshells you have to use paste, and then you have your watercoloring something, those palette that has different
Yes.
color, and then the next week you will be graded either 99, either toot or boot. Then the next day you will use mongo beans, and then the
Yes.
next week you will that is like what you call couture. This is
Yeah.
also what I learned
Yes.
from Miss Jagger. Is couture is something putting pieces together and come out with an art. It's so beautiful.
Yes. And
Then
I believe
Mhm. Go
I
ahead.
believe Miss Jugger emphasized that couture is a very honorable term, actually. Nobody can just use the word couture in Europe. Couture is a world class word, which means that you are elevated, that you are actually upgraded. So, not everybody is couture. As far as I can remember, that was what Miss Jugger emphasized. And on the topic about Pina, I am very excited to actually be one of the advocates and be the model for that fabric because I have used mostly in my past a lot of other fabrics, and mostly I love Thai silk. So this is actually exciting for me to be able to wear and showcase Miss Jugger Onyate's world class designs, if you may. And with this opportunity, oh, Miss Jugger is here. Good
okay, Miss
morning.
Jagger is here. It's
Hello.
better late than never. She's
Yeah.
a busy woman.
Well,
Miss
I had
Jagger, good
to.
morning.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Talas. Good morning, Jill, Yvonne, and Chris.
That's
So
why
I'm
we
so
are
sorry to.
global. We are all in different cities.
Well,
Thank you
yes, we
for
are.
Jagger,
finding
go
time.
ahead and tell us your story as a designer and share your vision for the Santa Cruzan.
Well, okay. So, we'll start with me getting a job first in Abu Dhabi. And that was like almost that was 2 decades ago. It started my journey, when I felt that there's something more out there. I was just, at some point I was just so contented back home in the Philippines, and I said, but it's not really, it's different when you have the feeling that you are to grow, you are to get global and something. So that's when I actually started, you know, I mean, I got offered a job in Abu Dhabi and then later on in Bahrain. So, and that's where my full learning of what couture really is, what this and that, because they have a very, very, I mean, the Arabs have a penchant for finer things, for beautiful things. And so is the people from Europe, from America. I mean, every one of us deserves to have that finer things in life. So that's why to be able to create beautiful things for people, that is something that
You're
um
passionate about.
proud and what I'm passionate about. Thank you.
Mhm. Talking about lifelong learning, according to Yvonne, that is something that's very. So you are rich with culture from one country to another,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So,
So is
Jog,
this? Yes, go
uh,
ahead, Jill.
yeah,
Yeah, so my vision for the Santacruzan is to elevate our cultural heritage in fashion, where is like wearing the Filipiniana on an event basis. Now you could see other cultures, other every world, they have globalized their the clothing. Like for example, let's say
Yes.
for instance the Indian sari. Now it's modernized. You can wear Indian sari any day, any time of the day, any time of the week, any event, be it casual or formal. So that's what I've been trying to actually promote, that we can actually do with our Filipiniana, since it's a very beautiful, especially the balinsawak sleeves or the other the butterfly, which is very very prominent in a sense that it's actually high fashion.
right.
The sleeves itself is high fashion, so it's beautiful, and I think it's high time for us to promote that one on a global stage, not just for events purposes.
Right. I only saw it to the State of the Nation address. People are wearing
Yeah, that's
this
the
in the
thing.
Congress.
We
I
only get
think,
to see it. Yeah. Okay. We
yeah,
only
like
get
Miss
to see.
Jugger is what she's doing is trying to be. This should be more flexible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that our former First Lady Imelda Marcos, she was the ambassadress of the Filipiniana there. She has really modernized it, and I think that's one of
Yes.
her biggest and most important contribution to the world. She has elevated the class and the elegance of a Filipino woman by wearing this traditional costume or dress, and we're very excited that Jugger, with her vision and her creativity, is going to elevate
Yes.
and internationalize the concept of the Filipiniana there, to the rest of the world. Because again, we need to be a voice for our culture. We need to be a strong advocate for our heritage. And I think the Jill and Jag Couture is going to be at the forefront in promoting this on a global stage.
Exciting. Yes.
I'm just curious, Miss Jugger, how many hours does it take to create a dress?
Oh my gosh.
It depends. It depends on the design, but I assume if you would like to have a couture dress, it would be mostly made out of by hand or handwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's for example the embellishments. It will not be just readily available applique or readily available um, embellishments. It will be done by hand. So majority of it will be done by hand. So I assume it takes more than 24 hours to put up a dress that's couture.
Wow.
If it's
Wow.
like a one basic, well, hours, probably 2 3 hours, provided that it's just a simple dress.
Yeah.
But we are for quality, you know. That's why putting or advocating for the our Filipiniana or our terno to be like as a staple clothing, it have
Yes.
to be quality,
Yes.
done by
Yes.
quality or with quality measures. Yeah.
Drug has the fashion industry been faced with problems with finding the resources. Can you share us a
Um,
little bit about the importance of
okay, so I
sustainability in the
remember,
fashion industry?
yeah, I remember we promoted Mindanao silk, which was made out of um, the silkworms, cocoon,
Oh wow.
um, feeding them mulberry leaves. But then that has died down. That was particularly could have been one of Cagayan or City's finest contribution to fashion in fashion. But then it stopped because I don't know if it's the government funding or it's not thriving or it's not really supporting the community that's making it. Now, should we be able to actually go at it again, promote it again, or develop it again? That would be a very, very important thing. It will actually not just give work, to the community. That it will also actually provide. I mean, yeah, like, for instance, yeah, it will provide most of all livelihood to the people around the communities. Yeah.
I also notice that these are not just for women. There are also men, right, that are
Yes.
going
Yes,
to.
barrongs.
Yeah, so guys, this
Barrongs as
is
well.
everybody's welcome to
Yeah.
attend and participate.
Mm.
But now, currently, Miss Jill, how many so far are going to walk? I've seen your post, so many
Yeah.
rehearsals, and how many people are we expecting?
Yeah, we're gonna be. We hope to make this the biggest event here in Dallas Fort Worth, and we're very excited because again, this is showcasing 30 women who are
Mm-hmm.
very well accomplished, women of purpose, women who have really given their time and their resources to help us stage this event. So we're very excited. We're going to have exciting vendors. We're going to have sponsors that have really believed
Sponsors.
in the concept of believing in Chris Wycoco Tax Company is one of our major sponsor. So Chris,
Thank you.
thank you for that.
It's
And
Thank
a
you, Chris.
privilege. Yeah,
yes,
it's an
and so
honor.
this is such a great event, and I'm very excited for world class designer Jugger Onate and her works, and the contribution of our Reyna, Elena, Yvonne, and the rest of the women that have really understood that culture is a unifying factor, and we need to elevate and internationalize and globalize our culture and heritage so that the rest of the world can appreciate and understand our sense of purpose in this world.
Yes, and Zarina Eileen, she commented that she's one of the ladies that are going to wear the creation of Miss Jugger Onate. Thank you
Yeah.
for that. Thank you for the support. And also, how there are still tickets, and are you guys still open for vendors? Because this is like less than 2 weeks from this point, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're still open for vendors. So reach out to me or to Miss Araceli. And for tickets, just remember that there's not going to be tickets for the charity ball that night. So everyone should get their tickets ahead. You can contact me or any of the queens and then get your tickets. But the cultural festival, they can buy the tickets at the event and Eventbrite. So follow us on Facebook and
Mm-hmm.
get those information for us. And so this has been a great morning for us discussing beauty and a purpose.
So prior to the, it's going to be June 5, right? June
Yes.
5. But what time does it starts? Because I know there's an exhibit and
Yeah.
before the fashion
So
show.
yeah, before the fashion show, there is a Santacruzan cultural and food festival where if people loves Filipino food, come. So the event center opens at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
until 3 p.m. for the
Mm-hmm.
cultural festival. And Chris, we have also exciting performances from Filipino groups from the Korean, Indian,
No
Cambodia.
way. Really?
Yes, because we really want to open this and make this a stage for people so they can check it out. And the women will, in their beautiful casual dress, will get the chance to introduce themselves before the formal event, which is a black tie dinner at 5:30. So the red carpet,
5:30.
we're gonna be there for the red carpet, Chris.
Yes, I know. No pressure.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Thank you, everyone. So after this is June 5,
Thank
and
you.
this is Sunday, right? This falls
Yes.
on Sunday. Okay.
Yes.
So after you go to church, or I don't know, after you go to church, make sure you're hungry, so you go there. It makes your time worth it. to try the different dishes and Filipino from the food, from the culture. Then there's wow performances. I wish I can see the traditional dance like pinikling.
Yes.
So much
Yes.
expectation, but I'm really looking forward the peace and the culture. And this is not just for the Philippines, but there are so many cultures. Again,
Yes.
this is our time for today. Thank you for watching our Thursday live chat. I would like to personally thank Miss Jugger. I can't wait to see you here in
Yes, me
Texas.
Yes.
too.
God,
I
talking
can't
about
wait.
all right, and then Miss Yvonne, always ever beautiful,
Thank
always
you.
fresh, always on poise, and one of
Thank you.
our frontliners. Then also thank you to my ever dearest. She's my mentor. She's my coach. No other than the president of the Dallas Fort Worth Filipino American Chamber, Miss Jil Lasaca. If you want to
Thank
follow
you.
or if you want to get more tickets, just follow us or message us privately. Again, thank you for watching our Thursday live chat and see you soon. Stay safe. God bless everyone.
See you
Thank
Bye,
you.
there.
bye.
Bye bye.